Hello, and welcome to Shamrock Talk, the internet's #1 mother-son Celtics podcast. I'm your host, Jake Olin, here once again, back in person, Natick, Massachusetts, with my mother, Karen Olin. Yes, I'm here, I'm back in the motherland, at least for now, for probably the season, and we're here, we're back. Sorry for the delay, but season starts tomorrow. We're ready to go. We're ready to kick it off. Can you believe this is our 4th season?
No, I can't.
3.5, because we started halfway through. But we've got 2 full seasons. This will be a 3rd full and then the half one. So.
And they've played really well since we started.
I know.
So we can never
really
stop.
Turned it around.
We can never stop.
As we said, Joe or Ime, boy, they're all listening to us. And whatever they're doing, it's working. So we're here. As we've done the last couple of years, we're going to do a big predictions podcast today. So it'll be a little more NBA focused. Than just the Celtics, but we'll do some Celtics at the end. I got some stuff to talk about, but we're gonna do like we've done the last couple of years. Just go through how we think each team's gonna finish in the regular season, 1 through 15 each conference. Yes, let's get right into it. Let's start in the West because we'll finish up with the Celtics in the East. So let's start. We'll do 4 at a time. So give me your top 4 in the West.
Top 4.
Yes.
Nuggets. Timberwolves, I love
Jokic.
I can't. He's my favorite.
Yeah,
so
but
I have a hard time. But
regular season finisher. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm putting him at 1.
Yeah.
Nuggets, Timberwolves, Thunder, Mavs.
Nuggets, Timberwolves. Okay. Yeah. I have Thunder, Timberwolves, Suns, Nuggets.
You had Suns up there.
I did. I had them at 3, above the Nuggets even.
Why? What is going on there that you think?
Well, when we get into some awards later, maybe we can get into that. But I think they're going to have a big bounce back year.
I have them 5th.
Yeah. So. Well, then, spoiler, I have Mavericks 5th, so our top 5 is right there. Same top 5.
Yeah.
So I think Nuggets, I mean, obviously we both have gone on this podcast about we love Jokic. The supporting cast is not good this year. They lost KCP.
Which is crazy to me. I know, but crazy.
Lost KCP.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray, Olympics, was not good.
Yeah.
Speculation about his health and who knows what.
Yeah. Well, during the playoffs, he was touch and go, and they said he had some injuries.
Yeah, he was unbelievable against the Lakers, and then after that, he was a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
So that's again, regular season finish with playoffs is kind of a different animal, but yeah, that's why I didn't have them. That's why I put them at 4. Thunder, I think we're both in kind of agree they're going to be up there, and Timberwolves as well. We both had them at 2.
Yeah.
So I think we can, as you said, we have the same top 5 now, so we can kind of agree on the contenders there. With that top 5 of Thunder, Timberwolves, Suns, Nuggets, Mavs, and in order as we change. All right, so I'll go through my next 5 through 8.
Yep.
The rest of the playoffs, who we think is in. So as I said, I already have 5. I have Mavericks, and then I have Kings, Lakers, Grizzlies.
Oh, you put the Lakers up there.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
So Grizzlies are, I don't know why they're
definitely the hardest to predict. They could really implode, or they could be. I had them sneaking into the playoffs. Yeah. But give me your 5 through 8.
I had Kings, Warriors, Rockets.
Kings, Warriors, Rockets. Okay.
Because I have a feeling the Rockets are going to be better than I think this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to be good.
I agree.
They're sneaky.
So
Ime's got something cooking over there.
I do. And they had games that were very close a lot of the year. They were just on the cusp there for a little while.
No.
For some reason, I have them.
I got you
and then I have the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
so,
Warriors I'm not as with.
I don't know. I just think any team with Steph and Draymond, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
No, I'm much lower.
I moved them twice. I had, And Grizzlies,
much lower
was in and out because if they have everybody back healthy, they could,
Yeah, much lower. All right, so give me your... we'll keep all the
so
now
9
through...
9 was Grizzlies. I had the Kings, Warriors, Rockets as 5 through 8. Grizzlies, Lakers, Pelicans.
Grizzlies, Lakers, Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was 9, 10, 11.
It could be 12, too.
Clippers. Yeah.
Okay. So I had Rockets, Pelicans, Spurs, Warriors.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm very down on the Warriors. I guess that would be... I have the Spurs above them.
Right. My last 3 were Spurs, Trailblazers, Jazz.
I had Clippers, Jazz, Trailblazers.
Yeah.
So
similar.
Relatively similar.
Yeah.
You're much higher on the Warriors than I am. I'm much higher on the Spurs than you are. I have them above the Warriors, which I just think I think Wemby's going to have a big year. I think some of their other guys will step up, and not a big believer in the Warriors. They have nobody else. I mean, Steph.
I don't know.
Steph
I
do so
just
much,
think
and
there's
he's
going to
getting
be
older. I don't know.
something.
You could be right. You could be right.
I think there's going to be a trade. I think I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's true.
rule
Trade
them.
is
I
definitely,
wouldn't rule them out.
Trade is definitely.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot to trade. It's the other problem. Kuminga and some of the younger guys, but they're just not. And then I mean, I think we can agree. Jazz Trailblazers are definitely going to be in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes coming next summer. So, and then Clippers as well. Neither of us are very high in the Clippers.
Yeah, Clippers were down there too.
But we'll see. So
All
that's
right.
the West. I mean, kind of flew through that. Anything to watch in the West? Any final West comments you have? It's a good West
I'm
this year.
super. Yeah, it's really good.
Middle there is really tough.
I'm super excited for the Grizzlies. I'll be watching some of their early games. I hope they have a good year for Marcus Smart. Like I want them to have a better year. I want him to. I think that was just a rough go for him. So I think because of Marcus Smart, I want them to have a better year. So I'm hoping they kind of pull it together. Ja's back. He's supposed to be healthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
ready to go.
Right now I don't think they have any injuries. I think they've got everybody back.
Yeah, I agree. And they've Edie coming in. I'm big on Edie.
Yeah.
Rookie.
Yeah. So I think they're going to be super fun to watch.
They're definitely the most volatile team because I could see them sneaking into the top 4. I could see them being way
I think they're gonna be fun to watch if everybody stays healthy and
that's why I think we both kind of had them right in the middle. Like,
yeah.
It's like nobody knows what they're gonna look like.
Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think Thunder are going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. I think Warrior Lakers is going to be interesting.
Yes.
Kind of the old guard now, the old LeBron and Steph. Are they going to be able to compete with the younger teams and sneak into the playoffs? I mean, both of us had one of them in and one of them out, so.
Yep. It'll be interesting.
Those are teams. If those teams miss the playoffs, which I mean, I think statistics would say one of them are, then I think you could see a big summer next summer in terms of changes for.
And Rockets are going to be fun. I think. I don't know.
They're younger though, so even if they don't,
they can kind
of see that maybe next they have other years. Those the Warriors and Lakers, it's now or never because they're not getting any younger. So
agreed.
It's big years for both of them.
Suns too, right?
Suns too. I'm high on the Suns, but. But
I guess health.
That could also go south too.
Health is going to be.
I'm betting big on them, but it could go sideways.
Hey, I had them 5th, so.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for the East?
The East.
You go first.
East to the East. I'll start the East. No surprise here. We're going Celtics at 1. Going Knicks at 2. Cavs at 3. Magic at 4. Which did up
there
a bit
you go.
Because
Magic I moved them around a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't give them that much credit. I'm not gonna lie. I still put the Sixers up there because I didn't know that
Paul George
was hurt. So I said that's a good addition for them, but I'm hoping he's okay.
Yeah, regular season.
Yeah. So I had Celtics, Knicks, Cavs, and Sixers.
Yeah. So we had the first 3 all the same. I just can't get behind the Sixers if Joel Embiid's not playing back-to-backs all season.
Yeah.
Paul George is already hurt. He's going to miss, even if he's...
Yeah, I didn't know that when I...
Well, even if he's healthy, he's going to be resting. They're not going to be playing him 82 games. Maxey, hopefully he stays healthy and plays a lot, but I just can't.
Yeah, I think I based it a little bit on Paul George with them. I thought that would give them a little bit of life. Then you told me today, So I guess if I had been on top of things, I would have moved it once we had dinner and you told me that Paul George was out.
Well.
But anyway, you never know. I guess you don't ever write them off completely.
No, I mean,
And then I had 5 through 8. I had Pacers, Magic, Bucks.
That's 3.
No, 5 through 3. I mean 5 through 8.
Yeah, you gave me 3. That's 5, 6, 7.
Oh, Miami.
Heat. Okay.
I still think they're gonna.
So you had wait.
So I have Pacers at 5.
Yeah.
Orlando Magic 6. Bucks and Miami Heat.
Yeah, so we have the same top 8.
Yeah.
I have Bucks at 5, Sixers at 6.
I think the Heat are going to figure out how to be in the top 8. Yeah.
The only reason...
I just do. And Terry Rozier, I kept forgetting about him.
Yeah, your guy. We got the card.
Yes.
I hope this is still recording. We're using a new camera. I think it's still recording. If not, this is going to be audio only. But We got a Terry Rozier card I got from Mom for Christmas a couple years ago on the table here. So
and I liked him. I always liked him.
You've always been a Terry Rozier fan.
Yeah, I do like Terry Rozier. So I'm thinking he might be a good little piece for them. Now he wasn't healthy; he hurt himself in the playoffs and stuff. So, well, everybody he hurt themselves. So they have a pretty good team.
Yeah, no, I mean, in Spoelstra is just the number one thing for me. He's unbelievable.
Amazing.
Just figure every year they have a player that is a nobody. And Hawkes, I think, is going to make. I almost voted Hawkes for most improved.
He might be on my list.
Good to know. Good to know. I was close.
He may or may not be on one of my lists.
We're both high on him as well.
Yeah. No, I did. I thought he was very good.
And Pacers at 8. I do think last year was a bit of an anomaly for the Pacers. A lot of injuries and stuff. I'm not sure they're going to be back in the Eastern Conference Finals. But a fun team. Doesn't play a lot of defense, but can score in punches and young, so maybe they'll step it up again. Who knows?
Yeah, I had them at 5. I don't know. Like you said, they're young.
Yeah, they're at 8 for me, so I'm a little more down on them.
Yeah. I probably, if I really thought about it, I might have put Magic above Pacers, but that's all right. They're neck and neck for me.
No, I'm much higher on the Magic.
I'm still the Mo and the brothers. Yeah, sometimes you watch them play and they play really well, and then other times you watch them and I'm one of them is a starter, and I keep forgetting. At least thus far he's been a starter, and I'm always like, oh, they look really good. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, that's their starter.
Franz started in the playoffs a lot last year.
Yeah. So I'm a little, it's still shaky there, I think.
All right. Best of the rest, 9 through 12. I had Pistons, Hawks, Bulls, Hornets. Still hanging on for our Pistons. Still believe in some of their players.
I moved them around a lot, but they didn't end up as high for me.
Yeah, we put a lot of stock in their young core and just really tough year last year. I think they'll be better. I have them at 9. I'm straight on just.
I hope they're better. I'm not sure they could be worse.
Exactly. I think they're going to surprise some people this year. I don't think they're going to be terrible. New coach and hopefully some new vibes in that building. But I had them at 9. Hawks, Bulls, Hornets.
Oh.
That's my 9 through 12.
So I had Raptors, Bulls, Hawks, Hornets.
Okay, so you just you've completely quit on the Pistons.
They're next. I did move them a few times, but
that's the bottom 3.
Sometimes I just look at the roster and I'm like, who's gonna pull them?
You're much higher on the Raptors. I think the Raptors are gonna stink.
I don't know. They got a few. I don't know. The Raptors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Scotty Barnes. I don't know. Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. If he's your best player, you might be.
If they can figure out how to use the rest, I mean, they have a few good. Quickly's on there.
Quickly, that's my 6th. That's my most improved pick last year. But.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And then last 3.
Last 3, I had Nets, Raptors, Wizards.
Yeah, I have Pistons, Wizards, Nets.
Yeah. I mean, Wizards, Nets. Yeah, I actually think the Raptors are going to be worse.
And the Nets too. I'm not sure at this point.
Ben Simmons is back.
Well, it's his year to impress. His last contract year. So if he's going to impress, this is it.
I know. He's going to fool someone into giving me another deal.
But they have some decent players. I mean, Claxton. And,
I have them above the Raptors.
Yeah, I don't see why they can't somewhat get it together this year. And I do have them last, but I do think they have a good roster.
The other factor in this is the draft is a big one this year.
The one for next year, yeah. So you think teams are going to completely throw it?
100%, yes.
You think so?
Couple of them. I mean,
maybe in the second.
The Wizards, the Nets.
Second half.
I mean, second half. But as soon as they start losing a lot of games, they're.
How many years can you give your fans that kind of season? I don't know, and they both have not.
The Wizards, yes. The Nets at least had their hopes with the Kyrie KD stuff. It just didn't work out. But yes, I mean the Wizards have been since the Beal and Wall days. Yeah. Kelly Olynyk Game 7 eliminated them from the playoffs. Yeah. That was like their last relevancy. They've been bad for a while. No, I think the Raptors are going to be right in there though. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see them being good at all.
You think? Yeah. I don't know. I like some of their players, so we'll see if they can pull it together.
Yeah. But those are our lists. Put them in paper. We'll be back to chastise ourselves when these are completely wrong.
Yes, it's not easy.
Mid-season, end-of-season
Top
check-in.
4 or 5, I think.
Yeah, we had some pretty consistent.
The rest are.
I slapped the mic, sorry. We had some pretty consistent top 5s, I think, in both conference, top 5 or 6. But yeah, especially once you get towards the bottom, it's hard to know who's gonna be there and who's not. The Hornets, who knows what they're gonna be this year.
Well, Ball's back.
Yeah, well, it's not like they're very good when he plays. But
yeah,
he's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch.
Awards time. We're going to start.
Not easily.
With MVP. I'll start.
Yep.
MVP, I have Anthony Edwards.
I do too.
That is very funny. Yes.
Well, I was trying to think of a team that's really good that has somebody that, and it could go either way for him.
Sure,
but I think if anybody's going to do it, and I think I just knocked off. They're not going to give it to Jokic again. I mean, he's won it 3 out of the last 5 years.
Luka would be the obvious one.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Not a fun pick. He's the favorite.
Yeah. I think Anthony Edwards. I don't know. I think he has the potential.
He definitely has the potential. Yeah. And the NBA likes him. They want him to be the star, and he's a good personality. And I think this could be his year. I'm surprised we agree on that.
Yeah. So he was. Yeah, I have him too.
Yeah. So we're both put your bets in. Let's see.
Coach of the year.
Let's see the odds on DraftKings right now for Anthony Edwards as the MVP.
I read an article about Jason Tatum, but I just don't think our team is going to have anybody that has those stats.
So the road for him would be he's really good. He doesn't have to be the best, but he's really good, and our team just lights it on fire. If we're way ahead of everyone and he's playing really well, I don't think other guys could outstat him and he could still win if our team is just clearly the dominant team all year. That would be his road, I think. Because you're right, he's not going to put up the stats that some of those other guys are because we just have too many mouths to feed.
Yes.
Why can I not check this?
I read an article, I can't remember the guy who was talking, he thought if Jason Tatum was not on the team, the MVP could be
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, very high on Jaylen Brown, and then Jason Tatum holds him back.
This summer,
No, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
As much as I love Jaylen Brown, I can't see him. Bumbles.
Yes. I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting.
I can't see our team with just Jaylen Brown and no Jason Tatum. Can you see that? I don't.
I mean, I could.
I think
we would clearly be worse.
Yes, 100%. I think that. I think
be better.
People forget that best defenders were put on Jason Tatum.
MVP, you can get Anthony Edwards is plus 1,200 right now. Mm-hmm. He has the 5th best odds. Luka favorite.
Yeah.
Jokic is 2. SGA 3. Giannis 4. Anthony Edwards 5. Tatum 6. Wembanyama 6.
It was between Tatum and Edwards for me.
I didn't really consider.
Because nobody else is fun. Luka's not fun to vote for. I don't know.
No,
I just don't like how he plays.
Yeah, Giannis same way.
He's good, but it's not fun.
Giannis,
and
I feel the same way.
I already got it. Yeah. I don't know. Even Jokic, and I love him. Should he be the MVP again? Probably.
SGA would be interesting, but I think he's going to come into the same problem Tatum has.
I agree.
Guys. They're such a good squad, and they're going to be sharing the ball.
And those are the teams that win now, right? Sharing the ball.
Of course. Jokic is the best at it. I mean, agree.
That's how you win, is when your stats go down slightly and you share the ball.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. All right, Coach of the Year. Give me your pick.
Mosley. Orlando.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good one. I'm high on Orlando.
Yeah. I couldn't say Missoula because I don't think there's any surprises if we do well.
Agreed.
Right?
It's almost disappointing that he doesn't get the credit because I'm all in on Missoula this year. I'm a Missoula guy now. He's won me over.
It's not going to be a shock to anybody if we do well.
Correct. And the argument always is we were stacked before we even got there, so we didn't really have to do much.
So I don't think. You?
I had Mr. Mike Budenholzer who's now with the Suns.
Oh.
That's why I'm very
You think they're going to turn it all around?
I do think that he's going to turn it around for the Suns.
Okay. I'd take them in the finals.
What?
That would be a good team for us in the finals. I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, I don't think they're the best team in the West.
No.
I would
match up with them. Yeah. I'd match up with them.
Tatum sneakily dominates Kevin Durant.
I agree.
Every time we play them,
his
he
defense.
dominates Kevin Durant.
But you know what? Kevin Durant's not really a rough player.
No.
Right? So I think Tatum's longer, athletic.
And he's like just a tank. And so Tatum defensively, the best defense I've ever seen Tatum play was against Durant in that first round series 2 years ago. He was unbelievable. And Kevin Durant just was all out of sorts.
Yeah. I think that's the perfect matchup defensively for
him.
Tatum.
Yeah, because he's not a big bruiser, but he, agreed.
Yeah.
Tatum, sneakily kind of has Durant's number.
Yeah.
But I'm still big on the Suns this year. I think they're going to have a turnaround year. I think it's going to be a wake-up call for a lot of those guys because I think they thought they were going to be in business last year and they got embarrassed in the first round. So I think they're going to have a big year. And so we got... Where's... Budenholzer's on here. No, Mike Budenholzer has the 6th best odds.
Who?
Mike Budenholzer?
No, who are the...
So, Ime is the favorite.
I thought about that, too, because I did have the Rockets up there.
Good.
But it's like, I feel like a traitor when I vote for him. Like, right? Yeah, I mean, he's gone.
Tom Thibodeau is 2, Missoula's 3, Mosley's 4.
Yeah. Wait, who was number 1? Ime. And then...
Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Coach.
3.
Missoula.
Yeah.
Mosley's 4.
Yeah.
Mark Dagnall is 5.
Yeah, he was last year, so I don't think he'll get it. But yeah.
And so...
You never know. All right. That's exciting. Keep an eye on that.
Most improved. We go back to you.
Hawkins.
I already did this. Hawkins. I had him written down, and I was like...
Well, that's a hard one, right? Because somebody that was good last year, you're right, could be a starter somewhere at this point. Sure. So I don't know, like,
I wanted the only I had him literally written down. I deleted it, so I'm with you. The only thing that drove me away was with everybody healthy, does he just get the time?
Martin is gone.
That's true. You're right.
So he's out. Yeah. So I kind of, and I thought one other who else? Somebody else I thought left or was traded. Martin, and I thought there was one more.
Duncan Robinson still on the team?
I don't know. I haven't heard about him. I don't think they're lining up for the...
He is on the Heat still. Yeah. Let's see, Heat roster.
His contract's too big. Nobody's
Well, sometimes teams will kind of... You got to pay him a little, and then they'll take...
Yeah. You know, so maybe it's just Martin, but I thought there was one more that was gone.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, I'm with you there.
But anyway, Hawkes is, I think, going to be the... he was really good last year, so...
Agreed.
And you got to see a lot because everyone was hurt.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He played, and I thought he played very well.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's another familiar foe. Mm-hmm. Derek Lively.
Yeah, I think he's so good too. Yeah.
I think he's going to take a big step up, and he's going to be a big part of what they do this year.
I agree. He was really good.
I'm not big on Clay. I don't think he's going to be a game changer for them. He might be a decent role player, but he's not going to be a game changer for them. And I think they're going to rely a lot on Derek Lively and Gafford.
Well, I think he's better than Gafford. I personally.
He's a rookie. Yeah, sure.
I think he's going to be better than.
Easily,
yes.
I agree. I think they're going to play him a lot. This year.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. But I like Derek Lively.
So both went with the rookies last year. I think they're going to take the next step. And let's look at the odds. We're way down here. Jaime is plus 4,000, not in the top 20, so good odds on him if
maybe I should place that bet, which
yes,
no, I'm not.
You never know. Yeah.
Not a betting person. No,
so don't take our advice. But Wembanyama the favorite for that one.
Most improved?
Yes.
Oh my God, like he was in every headline. How is he sneaking up on anybody? I don't know. It's so funny. It's like, I think in order for...
Jalen Williams second.
Well, it's funny, because guess who my defensive player is?
With the same. It's Wembanyama.
Wembanyama is what I did. Well, he was in contention this year.
Correct. Unless he gets hurt.
I believe he'll have. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I didn't put him for that one.
Agreed. Me too. It's going to win both. Agreed.
Yeah.
I think so. So second's Jalen Williams, OKC.
Oh, he's so good. I like him.
Yeah. Is he too good already, though?
Yeah. He's good.
Evan Mobley, third. kind of off the Evan Mobley train.
Yeah.
Big on Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
Thought he, like his rookie year and
Yeah.
going in, but a little off. I'm sold my Evan Mobley stock.
The whole team. Like
Caps?
when they played together. Yeah, but like there were moments when, I just don't think they used him correctly. I don't know.
He's just kind of awkward. They still have Jared Allen. He can't. Well, the key for
maybe
him
Jared
was,
Allen. Yeah, I just don't think they used them well.
Well, the key for Mobley was he needed to get a kind of an outside shot.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any kind of outside game. And he's still an interior guy. And I don't know.
And they're not particularly a great feeding inside kind of team.
And Jalen Johnson, Jonathan Kuminga, Giddy up there for that. Oh, it's Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes. Quickly. That's my pick last year. We both kind of have outside picks this year. They're both plus 4,000. Derek Lively and Jaime Jaquez. So big money if you can hit those. And then we just went over Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Everyone is consensus that it's going to be.
Well, he was close last year.
Yeah,
I think.
He's just going to take another step. So.
Well, if he's anywhere near the rim.
That's what I mean. It's impossible. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If they didn't rely on him so heavily for offense too, then it would be a no-brainer. It would be a no-brainer.
The team is still not great.
Not quite there, but who knows? Could be a very exciting year.
Yeah, I mean, it's always exciting when he's on the court. You never know what's going to happen. And that's our awards. We're not going to do 6-man because you never know who's actually going to be a 6th man. And
especially for some teams.
Fun. Yeah, they switch it around. Rookie of the year, we don't know. I mean, no one knows anything about the rookies this year. Let's see who the favorites for that are. Probably Edey. Edey's the favorite. Yeah, Reed Shepherd 2nd, Rasacher 3rd. Yeah.
You like Edey.
I do like Edey.
Yeah.
I'm an Edey guy. Dalton Connect, I think, could be good too. Castle. Yeah. I just don't know enough about any of the rookies to really make any guess, and I don't think you do either. I'm a big college basketball lady. Well, that's it then. Awards, predictions, put us in the books. Tell us in the comments why we messed this whole thing up and we're wrong.
Who we're
let
not
us know
seeing.
your picks. Yeah, let us know your picks.
What are we not seeing?
What are we not seeing? Why? Where the Grizzlies gonna finish? That's the big question.
Honestly, in the beginning of the season, I'm going to catch a few of their games.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch them. And for Marcus Smart, I tried last year, but obviously they had so many injuries, and then he got injured, and All
right, so let's switch it over to the pod's all about the Celtics. Preseason, I watched a little. We watched some of the Abu Dhabi. I watched the Raptors game here and there when I was in Vegas. But any preseason thoughts?
Not Peyton Pritchard's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think preseason is hard for the starters because nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody.
Obviously. I mean, my next thing on the list was Lonnie Walker got cut. So he, even though he did pretty well in the preseason, not going to make the team. And then the only other I had is Jordan Walsh had some moments.
Yeah, I thought he looked much better this year.
Yeah.
I think he looks a little bigger, a little more confident, and
so
it's going to be.
Years old.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's 20 years old. Mm-hmm. That was the only other kind of surprise guy.
Yeah, I thought he looked good. He drives very well. I thought his inside game was very good. I'm not sure. Yeah, I thought he looked good. But.
And so basically, with the Lonnie Walker cut now, we have our roster. Opening day tomorrow, people. I'm going to be there. I'll probably post some stuff on Instagram and stuff of the game on the channel. So that is exciting. I'm very hyped for that. And then what's your first game? Warriors?
Probably Warriors, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll
we'll
go
have some
Warriors.
in-game content coming for you.
My whole family will be at the game.
Very soon, yeah. I don't know why you've
I'm going to be home alone enjoying it on TV. I sent the family, and I'm staying home and relaxing.
Party. Kicked us all out.
Quiet, watch the game.
So we have the 14-man roster solidified. 15th is optional, and so we have 3 G League guys that will be kind of splitting time. I would assume in that 15th spot for the season, but we have the obvious ones: Tatum, Brown, White, Holiday, Porzingis, Horford, Pritchard, Hauser, Cornette, Tillman. Those are the plays. Those guys were all playoff guys.
Yeah.
Played, and then you have the rest, the other 4: Kata, Jordan Walsh, Jaden Springer, and Baylor Shireman, the rookie.
Yeah.
So that's your 14 guys, and then G League guys: J.D. Davidson, Drew Peterson, Anton Watson. Drew Peterson, I don't get why they he's always around.
I'm not sure.
Don't know anything about him.
How many games last year? Like, who is that?
Does his dad work for the team or something?
I
don't know what's going on. He's always in the G League. They just like him for some reason.
Who is that?
J.D. Davidson, second round pick last year. Was he a first? He was a second rounder, I think, last year. He's been around.
Yeah, the only thing I have to say about the roster is not as impressed even with preseason with Kada yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
There were moments where he played before where I thought potentially he could, and they kept him, and he went down to G League. There's still something a little off about him.
Agreed.
So he's going to be interesting this year, and whether we trade him or not, I think they're going to give him a little time. But
is there any value to trade?
If Al gets hurt, Porzingis is out. I mean, you do need big guys.
Trading him.
That's what I'm saying. It's just to give somebody else the position more than anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, there's kind of the interesting question. Do we see any Jordan Walsh minutes at all?
Yeah.
Especially early
I think at this point, from what I saw, he grew a lot.
Yeah.
And so.
But he's not a center. He's still kind of a wing backup.
He moves well with the ball.
That's what I mean. He's not he's not an Al replacement.
Oh,
he's
no.
So
yes.
He doesn't really fit our needs as much.
Yeah.
But you get him in a little bit.
I'm not sure Kada, if we really needed somebody.
Kind of.
I thought he'd be our big, kind of tough guy that would take some hits.
Who, Kada?
Yeah. He's just a little clumsy.
Yeah.
And so I don't think he's going to be that guy.
He's not strong. He's not
Yeah. And Cornette's not quite that guy.
No.
He's a little, not more finesse offensively.
Correct.
But he's not our big take some hits.
Yeah.
Tillman is somewhat.
Tillman can be, yeah.
But a little shorter, right?
Yes, correct.
So that's
shorter. Walsh might be as tall as him.
Yeah. So that's it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And not that Al's going to get hurt. But I do think that we have
Even
that.
Even if he's not hurt, you want to give him as little minutes as possible in the regular season.
Yeah.
Just enough
but
to
you
keep
need somebody against those bigger.
Well, just enough minutes for him to keep the
inside,
wheels greased, but you don't want him playing big minutes. You know what you're getting from him in the playoffs. There's no reason.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. And then, Springer, Shireman, I'm sure you'll see both of them pretty sparingly. Walsh.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Springer's going to fit in either, right? He's just going to be.
Yeah, again, injuries, you never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unless somebody's injured, he's not going to be able to. Plenty of guards.
White, Holiday, Pritchard is a pretty solid 3.
Yeah.
And then, Brown and Tatum are playing as guards.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is, can you get Tatum's minutes down? Can you bring in Walsh?
Yeah. I don't think they want their minutes down. Did you see the preseason where he was still in the fourth quarter?
Well, here's the thing.
I don't think he wants his minutes to go down. Because they talked twice. He and Mazzulla talked twice.
Yes.
And someone was coming in off the bench.
Yeah.
It was Jordan Walsh, I think.
Probably.
And Tatum sent him back to the bench for at least that play. And then Jordan Walsh went back and then he came in. There may have been, but he wanted to be in as much as he could.
And here's the thing. I appreciate that a lot because the one thing, if you look at the Kawhi Leonard injury, Paul George, I mean, obviously the Joel Embiid fiasco, with all the injuries in the league, these guys are Iron Men. They're never hurt, which is amazing. It's huge. But
I think for the most part, that's why we are where we are. They've played together enough that they have
but
some.
You're good now, but let's scale it back just a little. Give Walsh can play 10, 12 minutes a game. Take a little, a little off Jaylen Brown here, a little off Tatum here, a little off the other guys everywhere else. If we can get him that time and take those minutes. Tatum's played by far the most minutes of anybody in the league in the last few years. He's way above everybody else. And he was in the Olympics. I know, he didn't play much to the controversy of other people. But it makes me nervous.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I think part of the problem is stats. And I think that's going to be, right?
Of course.
If he doesn't have his points, which I think happened the other night.
But can we get over this? Well, preseason.
He wanted a certain, I think
respect the competitiveness and the want to be in there and the want to just more and more and more. I do like that because that is what drove us eventually to the title. It's just year after year, more just chances at it, and the more years that aren't lost years, the more chances you say.
Yeah. But I'm in agreement with you as far as he shouldn't be playing as many minutes. He should, yes.
I mean, and that's the thing. Everyone, yells about how we had an easy road to the playoffs last year because of all the injuries. It's like when you show up year after year after year with your squad and you're never hurt, eventually one of these years is going to be your year, and that's how it was. I mean,
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
That's what they
and
do
ended
best.
up beating the winner in the West. So you can only say that
I
for
saw something on Instagram
so
the
long.
other day. It was like
it's like hello.
it was like the Celtics. Key to the Celtics this year is keeping their opponents healthy because that was everyone's complaint about their team last year.
Yeah.
They played.
Well, you can complain all you want, but in the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
well, we
like,
crushed everyone in the regular season too.
yes, they're the best.
By
you know,
far,
yeah.
We're going to be fine again this year.
Yeah, I overrated teams. There was another article where somebody was saying overrated teams, and Celtics was on there, and talking again about kind of a somewhat easy road to the playoffs and how we never would have won the playoffs if the Nuggets.
Who's going to beat us? The Nuggets? The Nuggets is your one argument. The Nuggets is your one
and
argument.
And I was thinking, well, they didn't end up coming out of the West, right?
Yeah.
So obviously,
Yeah,
you know.
correct. The Nuggets would be your one argument. That's the one team that scared me, but
Yeah.
it's like one team that
And
was
I
going to beat us that didn't
somewhat
even win the West.
understanding matchups, right? There's some teams you match up better than other teams.
Sure.
Similar to when early on there Orlando beat us. We weren't great at that. Young,
Yeah,
fast,
the Heat
highly
always,
offensive. There are
yeah.
teams that we don't match up quite as strong with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's just a feeble, weak argument.
Sure, yeah.
You know.
Always haters.
Yeah. I mean, how much have you heard about the Bucks when they won in the
Yeah.
bubble?
Uh-huh.
Was that a real year? People couldn't play.
Yeah.
People couldn't, you know. But
Like Missoula had a quote the other day about Tatum. Some reporter asked him a question. It was like, Tatum's been taking a lot of unfair criticism. And Missoula goes, he gets to take unfair criticism. It's a privilege to take unfair criticism.
yes, he's on the radar of
Yeah.
everybody. Similar.
I'm all in on Missoula this year. I'll say it to the camera. I'm all in on Missoula this year.
Yeah.
He says all the
The
right
day
things.
you fall
I was
out of the
listening-
news is the day you're sad.
So I was listening to Bill Simmons' podcast the other day, and he was saying, did you know Missoula, when the whole Tatum fiasco in the Olympics happened, Tatum flew out to France to see him? Yeah. He is a psycho in the best way possible.
Yeah.
He is a win now, win us against everybody,
Yeah.
good, you should suffer, it
Yeah.
is hard, good. I love that.
Yeah.
I love him. And I think the X's and O's, he's improved a lot. He says all the right things. He's ready to go for another chip. He's always motivated. I don't know. I'm all in on Missoula. He's won me over because this time last year, I think in our predictions pod last year, one of the questions was if they don't win a championship year, is he the coach next year? And he answered all the bells in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
I give him 50, maybe 60% of the credit as far as administrative. I think Brad Stevens.
Oh, sure. I mean, the team is stacked.
I think he's the one that saw the, writing on the wall and just giving away Smart, right?
Yeah.
That was a big move.
Yeah.
A big move. A lot of controversy, a lot of that, definitely I don't think it was on anybody's. So, but I would agree. I think he's come a long way in handling them all.
I just like everything he says. He's such a psycho. Everything he says is so crazy and so just...
And he's not wrong.
No, he's never. It's always...
If you're in the news, be happy you're still in the news.
And there's never any excuses with him.
Yeah.
Ever. There's never an excuse.
Yeah.
It's everything is just feet to the flames.
Yeah.
Let's go again. I just all in on Missoula.
Yeah. He's fun.
Joe. We'll get Joe on. He's not a Missoula guy, but
Well, I don't think anybody can be complaining about any of them right now, right? They just came off the... I don't think anybody can say anybody didn't do their job.
They just ran to the playoffs. Last thing on my agenda is the sale of the team. Not much info on it now. If you want to see my long monologue on the history of Celtics ownership, we did that over the summer. That's a good briefing on what's going on.
So interesting.
Very interesting.
So interesting. Yeah.
Lots of history there. If you want to dig into Celtics history, go back, watch that. I think it's the last episode we did in July.
Yeah, it was so interesting.
But yeah, nothing to say now, but I just want to mention it because I think this is going to be a topic we'll be talking about in the future. I think it's going to be done by the end of this year is what everyone is saying. So in the next couple months, I think we'll know who the owner is. If not, maybe that'll get delayed if I had to make a prediction. But I think by early next year we'll know. And I think the rumors are going to start to heat up and we'll start to know who the real contenders are and who the real players are and who who the pretenders are. So just wanted to bring that up. I think that, again, will be a topic. Obviously, the spending will come with that as a topic because this team's going to get expensive very quickly.
Yes.
And what owner's going to come in and put up with that or do what or trade who is going to...
Depends on this year if we win.
Yeah, I agree.
If they win, I think they'll put up with it. Maybe.
Agreed, huh? I mean, it's a big bill. We'll see. Or if they win, you cut your losses. They already won.
And the last thing I'd like to bring up is Porzingis. When do you think he's back?
We talked about this at dinner. I said February.
Yeah.
I don't think these things always go longer. Whenever
I think
it's 4 to
after
6
All-Star.
weeks, it's always 6 to 8 weeks.
I think full strength after All-Star.
Yeah, why rush him? Why
Yeah.
rush? You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Again, it's the same Al thing. It's like every time he's on the floor, you know what you're getting from him. There's no rush.
Yeah.
The other guys are going to be just fine. As I said, I'd like to see some run from Walsh and Keita. And
I think it's going to be a very interesting first half of the season without him because
Let's
I do think he
run
brought
Tatum into the ground. That's what
brought a lot to the
guys.
offense specifically, and it's going to be it's going to be interesting.
We both picked the Celtics at the number 1 seed, but if they're in the top 2 or 3 and they're resting guys and they look good and people have some off nights, I'm not too worried about it. That's what the best teams have done historically.
Let's just not play the Heat.
Season.
Although we did well last year.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries, but
I feel like we've kind of at least sort of solved the Heat boogeyman. I'm not as worried about it. Even with Butler back, I mean, he's a year older. And,
I think it's going to be a fun game tomorrow night.
The Heat have a move in them.
Yeah.
They've been wanting to get rid of Hero for a couple of years now, trying to get a bigger star. They were in on Damian Lillard, I think. I also heard something interesting so they were, because it was between the Bucks and them for Damian Lillard. Yeah. And they just had kind of pulled a lot of shenanigans with Portland, leaking reports and kind of so Portland didn't want to do a deal with them. Mm-hmm. And so when they traded Lillard eventually to the Bucks and they get Holiday, the Heat wanted to be in on Holiday, but Portland kind of said, F you screwed us over and leaked all our offers. And so that eventually brings him to Boston and that kind of Heat get nothing out of that whole ordeal and kind of Bucks and all their rivals make out wonderfully. Yeah. At least we did. I don't know about
he was a good fit.
Bucks, but
good fit.
Yeah, no. What do you think, Porzingis? I said February.
I think after All-Star.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be back. But it'll be interesting. But
around then, yeah. It's not too worried about it. I don't know. We were great without him in the regular season last year.
No, well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I do think he brings a little spark and an unexpected that throws the defense off. And I think a lot of our players are... they have a very expected offense. Sure. And so it's easier to defend.
Obviously he brings
and I think that's
dynamic.
what he brings. I mean, who guards that tall at the 3-point line? So I think there are some surprises that he brings that.
But even like towards the playoff last year, there was no lob threat with him because he's too hurt. You don't want him. Oh,
absolutely.
So let's bring him back healthy as long as it takes.
He was really one game.
That's what I mean.
One
game
in the playoffs.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, let's get him back 100% versus.
Yes.
Versus the last game 5 of the finals where he just shouldn't have been out there, and you're like,
I just think I think offensively it's going to be a little bit of a struggle without him. I just have this feeling that they're going to have to sort of switch things up a little bit, and I just think he was such a big plus there for a while, so it'll be interesting.
His camera died. We'll see. New camera. Someday we'll have 3 cameras. We'll have shots on each of us.
I think we need like lights.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have the whole thing going on slowly but surely.
All right. Most people listen anyway. I'm not gonna lie. They don't watch us.
Oh, I see our YouTube numbers.
They don't watch us.
I see the YouTube
They
numbers.
listen.
It's mostly a listening show, so most of you ignore this. But
well, you're missing now. I have
we're in person.
The Shamrock Talk shirt on.
Yes, we do have shirts. There will be a giveaway soon. Within the next few episodes, we're gonna do a giveaway. I got a box of shirts right here for people.
So anybody that wants a Shamrock Talk shirt,
let us know. I think we have
give us a comment.
Small through large left right now.
Yeah.
So first run, we got these from Colombia. Colombian sizing, slightly smaller than usual.
Yes.
But we'll figure it out. We're gonna get these shirts out to people soon. Big year for the Celtics. Big year for Shamrock.
It's gonna be fun.
In person, we're gonna be in person more often.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get a third mic. 3 people in here.
Greg Olin wants to come on down and be a guest on this.
Yes. We'll get him. We'll get Brett back.
He's a little shy. We'll get him down here.
Joe's coming back. We'll get
Connor.
Salucci on. We'll get Connor's a little tougher. The West Coast guys, Cody, Connor, we'll get them on. It's a little tougher with the time zones.
Maybe like a daytime.
Yeah. We'll
get
them on. We'll get them on. Yeah. We're gonna try to do Wednesdays.
Well, we had Connor on, but that was a little...
What?
We had Connor on for the finals, but...
Yes, the Unseen Podcast.
The Unseen Podcast,
yes.
Which cannot be shown.
Cannot be shown. $5. If you send me $5, I will send you. That one's under a paywall. The celebration cast got a little rowdy. $5, I will send you that. It's behind a paywall.
I'm thinking more than five. But...
Yeah, $5 a pop. If you want the audio, I'm gonna send you the $5 for the. How about $5 for the audio, $10 for the video? That's the. That was a good one. It was a classic.
It was a classic.
All
right.
I think we're good for now. We'll be back. As I said, we make a lot of promises here that we don't always keep, but I think Wednesday's recording.
Gonna try.
Thursdays. I think Wednesday's good because we'll both. I mean, it's middle of the week.
We had a continent between us.
Well, yes. Now we're here. Wednesday's recording, so we'll have it out to you guys by Thursday morning. That's my hope. For guests, if you want to be on the show, Wednesdays is the day. Sam Olin coming on the show too.
Ooh, Sam.
Sam's coming on.
Forgot about him. That's probably part of the reason why we couldn't.
And another West Coast guy now. He's a West Coast guy
podcast.
now. So.
Unshown podcast.
Yes, that's definitely a PG-13 pod.
That was an R.
Maybe, yeah.
That was most definitely an R.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you guys know where to find us worldwide at Shamrock Talk Pod on Instagram, Shamrock Talk on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, all platforms worldwide. Hopefully, maybe we'll have like half a video. Like a GoPro situation. If this camera doesn't work, I'll get one next time. We'll be back on YouTube for the 4 people that watch. And we'll see. I don't think we'll do this Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
So this week.
Unless there's something fabulous.
Yeah, unless,
reported.
Unless
something wild.
Insane happens tomorrow. There's a brawl.
Yeah.
I get in the fight. Me and Kat get in a fight at the game. And I think this will be our pod for this week. And then next Wednesday, we'll record. So it'll be in your ears Thursday.
Yep.
And hopefully it'll be like that all season.
Yeah.
Just getting started.
Super fun year.
Super fun year. Go Celtics.
Go Celtics.